In this video, I'll answer some popular questions regarding Season 8 set photos about Cersei, Jaime, Jon, etc. So stay tuned for that. Hello everyone, welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, your one stop for book and TV series reviews. I'm not feeling well today, so I decided to make a short video only. I'll discuss the rest of your questions in the next part of this video. Anyways, I've already discussed the Night King's chains, why he killed Viserion instead of Drogon, Benjen's death, and Longclaw's eyes, etc. in my Season 7 Q&A videos. In this video, I'll discuss some popular Season 8 questions. I'll post the second part of this video next Saturday at 7 pm IST or at 9:30 am EST. I'll also post the Season 8 updates, Sansa's fate in the finale, and why there are no female White Walkers videos soon. So make sure to subscribe this channel and also click on the bell icon to get notifications from my channel. Before we move ahead, I must warn you, I'm going to discuss spoilers in this video. So if you don't wanna see any spoilers, you should stop right here. Ever since the set photos have come out, everyone has been asking similar questions, like why would Jon, Dany and Tyrion go to King's Landing if they know or if Jaime had told them that Cersei is going to betray them? Why would they still trust Cersei, etc.? I think these questions were asked by Sean Khilaki, Abby Tabby, Dragon Girl 16, My Jolly Sailor Bolt, etc. I know a lot of what you saw didn't make much sense, but I have a crazy theory for what might have happened. I'll answer these questions in this video and then I will discuss the rest of your questions in the second part. Ever since Season 1 has started, we have seen many characters who set out to go from one place to another, but before they could reach their destinations, something happens and they either die or get turned around. For example, Cat had set out to go back to Winterfell from King's Landing, but at the inn at the crossroads, she meets Tyrion and turns towards the Vale. Similarly, Tyrion had set out to go to King's Landing from the Wall, but had ended up at the Vale. Arya had set out to go to the Wall, but ended up being captured and sent to Harrenhal. And from there, she had set out to go to Riverrun, but was captured by the Hound and eventually ended up going to Bravos. Well, you get the idea. And that's the answer to the first question. You know how David and Dan love to surprise us or rather shock us all, right? And we also know that Jaime had set out to go to King's Landing from Winterfell, probably via Riverrun to pick up some sort of army he could find. And that's why I think that something will happen before he could reach Winterfell. Do you remember my theory about how the Night King will probably go south instead of going to Winterfell directly? Maybe to go to the Isle of Faces, or maybe he would want to stop the Seven Kingdoms from banding together against him. He had already killed all the children of the forest he could get his hands on. What if Jaime runs into the Night King first and the Night King kills him? And once he dies, the Night King can bring him back as an ice white, or if Melisandre could find him, she could bring him back as a fire white, or if Cersei can find his body, she can bring him back as, well, whichever kind of white the mountain is. Also, the Night King killing Jaime might be the only thing which would make Cersei want to join forces with Jon and Dany, at least until she has dealt with the Night King. She would need Jon and Dany's help and her dragons to take her revenge on the Night King. As for why I think Jaime will be resurrected or reanimated, Game of Thrones recently posted a video of Nikolai where he talks about some spoilers. We could hear a couple of his lines as he says, "Now you'll get to see Jaime Lannister, beep. He's going down this mountain and he sees, beep. I'm gonna get you, beep. No, please, beep. gets him, and then beep. She brings back Beep from the dead. They have a relationship. It's kind of weird. Oh, Cersei. Beep comes back. He gets a little upset about that. And finally, his hand is back. And then they all live. It's gonna be epic.
You'll get to see Jaime Lannister. He's going down this mountain and he sees I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. No, please. Gets him. And then she brings back from the dead. They have a relationship. It's kind of weird. Oh, Cersei comes back. He gets a little upset about that. And finally, his is back. And then they all live. It's gonna be epic. I didn't say too much, did I? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Let's assume for a second that if Jaime dies and becomes a white, do you think it's possible that the Night King can animate his golden hand too? I know whatever he said might not be true because there is no way that all of them will live. But won't it be awesome if it was? Anyways, the second question was, why would they trust Cersei? It's because they still might think that Cersei is on their side. I know that Bran can look at Cersei anytime and find out the whole truth. I thought so too when I posted my previous videos. But the more I thought about it, I started to doubt it. Bran would have to specifically look at the moments where Cersei is planning to betray them. But with the White Walkers marching south from Eastwatch, I don't think he will have enough time to focus on Cersei, especially when we know what happened the last time Bran casually strolled past the Night King. Just kidding. Or maybe Bran will make time to look at Cersei, but by that time, Cersei will change her mind and will decide to ally with Jon and Dany because they need each other. What do you think will happen? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. Anyways, it's time for the comment shout out now. Today's comment shout out goes to Janice99999 who said, "Don't forget, dragons have their own magic." So he probably had to use a lot of effort to reanimate the dead dragon. I like your theory, Janice. We all know that dragons have some connection to magic because when dragons were gone from this world, the magic went with them, or at least only a trickle remained behind. But when Dany brought the dragons back into this world, magic came back with them. Mr. Hallen tells Tyrion in the Clash of Kings, aka the second book, that the secret spells used to make wildfire have started working better, and he asks Tyrion, "You don't suppose there are any dragons around?" And when Tyrion asks him why, he tells him that old wisdom Polyter had told him that the magic had begun to go out of the world the day the last dragon died. So I guess it's not that impossible for the dragons to have their own magic because they certainly have a connection with it. And maybe that's why the Night King had to pull him out of the lake to reanimate him. So, what do you think of these theories? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video, and subscribe to this channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.